Hi guys, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I am here today for a version of my Finally Friday videos, and I'm going to show you how to make a waterfall card. I did a little reel on that the other day on my Facebook page, and then thought, hey, you guys might want to know how to make those, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial on how to make a waterfall card. Alright, a couple things about a waterfall card. I actually made it into a card. Some people just do the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch and let the waterfall portion be the card, and then put a sentiment and such on the pull down. But I did not do that, but you can certainly do that and forego the back piece. So I'm going to set that over here. You can do this card in one sheet of paper. I've got a tower of stuff falling over here on me. So I've got a standard base that is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, folded in half, and then I have a piece of designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then that's going to go on here when we're ready. But we are going to work with, I'll show you what other pieces you're going to need. You're going to need a 2 inch by 8 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. Mine I'm using to coordinate with the background. If you wanted to pull various colors from your project in, you could do that as well. I've got 4 squares that are 2 by 2. And 4 squares that are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. And then I just have a random piece that's 1 7/8, and I think I cut this at 3. We might need to cut it down, but to go on the bottom of that. Then we have a 1 inch by 4 inch piece of the cardstock to go across the front. And then I just have, because I made mine a card, I just have a basic white to go on the inside. So I already know that this piece of paper is too wide, so I'm going to cut it down. I did not measure that right when I brought it out. And then this piece of paper at 8 1/2 inches. Some people, when they make these, it's 9 inches, but I wanted to get it all out of one sheet of paper, so I cut it to 8 1/2. If for some reason this does not work and you want to make it 9, cut your cardstock. You could cut on the 4 1/4 and make it a long card so that it opens up like mine, like this. Then you will have the strip over here that you could cut to 9 inches. But I'm making my card open this way today, and so I have an 8 1/2 inch piece. So we want to score this piece at 2, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, and 4 1/4. Then go ahead and burnish on your folds or your score lines. Like so. Okay? And now there's our pull down piece. So what we're going to do, I will come over to this part next. So we're going to, this piece is going to go across the front. So we want to determine where we're going to put it. So we want it to go, this is going to slide underneath. So you're going to want to position it so that, okay, you know, it looks like you've got the same amount of space top and bottom. Maybe move a little more toward the top because we're going to have the tag hanging down that we're going to use to open it. So we're going to go with right about here. So you can get your pencil out, and then I will get my ruler and tell you for sure what we got. So let's just say an inch. We're going to go an inch above the bottom, an inch up from the bottom. So I'm going to put a little pencil mark there just because. And then I'm going to take this away, and we can use a regular glue. You can use the green glue like I got here, whatever you want to use. But I'm going to use an old-fashioned tool that we haven't had around for a while. So what I'm just going to tell you is adhere the sides down super good if you're not going to put any more like a brad or anything on there. So I'm going to show you. So we're going to glue this down about an inch from the bottom. I'm going to let that dry for a second, and then that would hold it. And again, I've got designer series paper here. Depends how thick your paper is. You might want to, you could use cardstock and then emboss it to give it a background, or stamp on it. You just want to make sure that it's going to hold when you glue this down, so that when the person pulls on it, it's going to be strong enough to hold it. But I'm going to show you. I got out my handy dandy little crocodile, and I'm going to try, and this is the way we did it back in the old days. We put a brad, not a brad, eyelet in there to hold them in place. So that's what I got out. So I'm just going to show you that little fun twist here. And I have some super old eyelets, because, you know, we haven't had those forever. In the soft subtle. So this is a sage shadow color. How's that for a throwback? And then we're going to just stick the brad in there, or the eyelet in there, and then I'm going to squeeze it down, and then that crimps it closed. So if you have your old crocodile laying around, some eyelets, you could do this. So there. Oops, I mangled that one. So now this piece, this sage or mint macaron piece, is definitely on here to stay. If I didn't glue it, I wouldn't have had to worry about it. It's on here to stay. But because I did glue it, we're good to go. So now you're going to take your strip that we scored on, and you're going to feed it underneath the long part that you don't have any score marks on. You're going to feed it under that strip you just put down. And then you're going to, and remember, I wanted it up by the top, so I'm kind of close up to the top there, which is fine. But you're going to glue this bottom square to this strip. So you only need to put your glue on the strip part. So let's see how wide we are and all that. Let's kind of see where we're going to go here, because you're going to glue that onto the strip. That looks pretty close. And so then I'm just going to put my glue here, and then I'm going to stick it down and let that glue dry for a second. So we're going to make a tag with the leftover paper that I stripped that I had, and I'm going to put some Seal Plus on it, hopefully. Some sticky stuff. And then I'm putting it on the back side so that the lighter side shows when we finish it off. So I'm sliding it under my tag, or my strip. Then I'm just going to fold it up and then crease it so that a little bit of it will show when we have this built. But that's essentially what you're going to do. And then go ahead, we'll glue it on because we're about at that point. It's not going to make any difference at this from here on out. But you want to make sure you got, I could have used the green glue, should have used the green glue, because this is going to be, you want to make sure that it's stuck down really good. Because you're going to be pulling on it. You're going to be tugging on this little piece sticking down there. Now you want to take your 4 squares, go ahead and stamp your images on the white square, color them, do whatever you want. I did not color mine yet. And then we're going to glue them on to the waterfall piece. So go ahead, and the first one that you want to put on will be your last one that they'll see, and then you want to put it on and butt it right up against the score line. And then the next one will go in the space up to the next score line. So go ahead and put your adhesive. I put my adhesive on this so that I don't get too much, like, so I don't get it down too far on the back of the square and then I'm all messed up. And then glue your image down and then just keep working your way up to the top. Glue your square down just at the score line, like so. And then glue the guy on the top. And then you're all set. Again, I went ahead in the earlier filming and punched the hole for the tab so that they knew that it was there. It was more noticeable. And then when you put the string on there like this, it kind of brings your eye to the fact that you're going to want to pull on that. So then when you pull it, I put "You Are Utterly Awesome" inside there. And I did not bring the white all the way down to the bottom because this, I could have on this card. The other one, it would have shown in the part that hung out underneath. But for this one, we should be good, just like so. And then you're all set. I just put the white inside, and then inside I would have stamped some words I was going to use, the special moments from Celebration, and use the "for someone who is wonderful in each and every way." Thought that kind of reiterated the utterly awesomeness. So that's it, guys. Alright guys, sorry it went longer than I wanted. I told you at the beginning it was going to be quick, and then it took me, if you only knew how long it actually took me on this side to get that done, it was way longer than this video. So I apologize that the video is as long as it is, but I did want to make sure that it explained and showed you all the steps that it takes. And again, don't be thinking that it's hard and you can't do it. You don't need to do the eyelets on the sides. Just glue it down with some stiff glue if you want. And then if you make sure that that background paper that you glued that side strip to is adhered very well to your card, because you're going to be pulling, and so you want that whole piece to be stuck down good. Other than that, you guys, it's a few score lines, and then you're going to glue on some 2x2 squares. So give it a try. If you do, please post on Creativity in Bloom, my group page out on Facebook, and let us see what you're making. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Bye.